Welcome to the very depressing world of Disco Elysium. Welcome. Woo! Yeah, in case you only watch this series of streams, my house got flooded over a week ago, and now everything's back to normal-ish. Like how normal things can get around here. Yay! And my latest Kafka's Men book, Kafka's Men Book 7, aka Black Rainbow, is currently up for pre-order, so if you want to head over to that Amazon and then look up Black Rainbow, Kafka's Men Book 7, and the author's name I use is, let's see, what's the author's name? Oh yeah, Jash. And last name Kol-Z-E. You won't believe that's a pen name! But anyways, yeah. And if those of you who prefer, physical copy of a book, which I can fully understand, because technically with something like a book on a Kindle format, or any ebook format you don't actually own. You can look that up if you want to be terrified. Don't look that up if you're feeling down. Just that is a mood killer right there. But anyways, for those of you who prefer physical copies of books, there is going to be a paperback version that will be available upon the release of the Kindle version. Luckily, Amazon has changed things, so I can schedule my release for a physical copy of a book, but I still can't put it up for pre-order, so. So, for those of you who want the paperback again, it will be there, and both copies will be released September 11th of this year, and I chose that release date purely because for some fucking reason I was like, that seems the most hilarious thing to me, and I feel down. So yeah, anyways, long story short, my 7th book in my Kafka's Men series, Black Rainbow, is available for pre-order. Now let's start. Okay, what the fuck was I gonna do? Okay. Let's fucking controls again. Find booze and drinking, we will not do that. Possibly. Oh shit, we never asked Claudia about Saturday night. Sunday night, whatever. Whirling rags. Further down. Let's see. Determine where shots came from. Ask about Ruby and the village. Okay. Turn back the wheel of time. Oh, we still need to talk to Measurehead. Check the trap, now report to Lena in the whirling. You've restocked the trap. Okay. Let's go to Lena. Let's not go in the water. You're horrible birds. They're like, let's not go in the water, and the birds are like, do it. Oh wait, how the fuck am I going here? Oh yeah, because I fucking don't know where I'm going. Oh, this is day 5, and we have like 9 days to solve everything. I do want to talk to Measurehead. But I don't want Kim to be there. Oh well. Oh, hey, sexy!
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hello! Adjust your tie.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
Oh, sure. What? I don't actually care if I make this roll or not, so we're just going to let the die roll how it will. I've done the homosexual underground little quest before, so don't need to do it again. Anyways, what is it about the way he carries himself? So different.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
I love anything that refers to the queer community, like this conspiracy theory, like, yeah, that's really how we operate, we're like this underground cabal or some shit.
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
Oh my god!
This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Are you part of the Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground? Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Oh my god, yes I do! Yes, I wanted to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
But why do you convene? What do you do? Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
The question of identity can get really confusing, but, well, that'd take a couple hours at least. But everything will be constantly shifting and moving. It's like... Yeah, I know. I know this is all tongue-in-cheek a little, but, you know, figuring out your identity, who you're attracted to, how you identify can be really confusing for a good long while, but once you figure things out to a point, like I don't know if you can ever truly figure these things out, like, well, once you get to a certain point, everything's less confusing. That initial, basically, step off the cliff is terrifying. Anyways, I think... Does it have anything to do with disco? Like, Carrie's holding on, like, one last little link to sanity.
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
That much fun should be illegal. I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it?
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
Okay, then definitely not in. What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, I haven't got that dialogue before, I don't think.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Besides being muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Oh, shit.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on.
Well, here's to you.
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
I didn't like him as much as I like you. Aww.
Aw, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Oh, what a broken man. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, gendarme? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Okay. Let's put on a nice little outfit. Yeah, sexy outfit. Oh, that is actually that's actually nice. I like that look.
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all. What brings you here?
About this robe I'm wearing. Want to take it off me?
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
Thanks. It's like carrying a piece of you with me at all times.
Is it now? Well, enjoy it. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye. Bunny. God damn it, I keep on pressing the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, good. Homosexual underground, baby. Oh my God. Way too excited doing that. Let's see what these lovely stats are. Drama. I'm all into this fashion, baby.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morrow?
Thank you for doing that, dear. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So, who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Oh, but I can hear what Kim's thinking. We are not going after a stupid fucking creature that doesn't exist. We are focusing on the case. Don't you dare, Harry. No. Something tells me it's up to me again.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
Once more, on to the breach, then. Take it with undue optimism.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
No, it's just all the drugs and booze leaving my system. I can understand the confusion, though.
Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena? What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not bad.
What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
I'm so glad you're good enough to trust the police. Not going to get into that discussion.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the Phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the Phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
Oh god. Morel hated lecturing. You convinced him to do something real in this world.
But if the dream comes to naught, what good is it? No, the thing is, I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian Phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
The hell with this. I still believe you saw the Phasmid. Phasmid. What the fuck is... Let me try that again without my voice going all wonky. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the Phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
You do that, I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the Phasmid.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Can I have your address just in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but...
The rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light.
You're welcome, sweetie. I'm glad it helped you, even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A fool's hope, say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows.
We should go to...
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness. To ask the wind once more.
Yeah, so going back to the homosexual underground of the dude saying, hey, you're either in or you're not in, you know, you can't just decide to. That's sort of being queer, you know, you are or you aren't. Well, you can't... God. Anyways, the thing is, you can't just decide one day like, oh, I'm going to try to be gay for a week and see how that goes. It's... You don't really decide to, you just... How to say this shit? You decide to open yourself up to the fact that you're not straight, that you're not cisgender, and you see where the wind takes you, and... Okay, I couldn't see that phone number. I've been getting a fuckload of spam. But yeah, so... You don't decide to be gay, like, just randomly, but you do decide to go, okay, I'm having these feelings, I'll just follow them to their logical conclusion, see where that leads. Maybe at the end of the day you'll still be a cis straight dude, and maybe you won't. Just, yeah. Anyways, let's talk to this measurehead.
Some promising race pupil returns.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degraded.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
What do you mean? I mean, who do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
I need to find a way to turn back time.
No, you don't. You need to help me find out who killed our hangman.
It's this one incel dude that's being mentally degraded by spending time by a phasmid, okay? It's a harmless quirk. Can't you just roll with it?
Another one? Just make it quick, please.
Observe. like a peasant hoping to bed a nobler woman. The ham sandwich is reaching straight for the advanced concepts. No humility, awareness, or respect.
Get your dirty hick dick away from these advanced concepts, peasant.
Aww.
To comprehend time, you must possess at least a basic understanding of how reality works, what the rules are. The look of infinite astoundment in your eyes says you have no idea.
I admit I've re-entered this reality quite recently. Things are still hazy.
The concepts you reach for are far beyond you, Poopa. Without the necessary vocabulary, you are only wasting my time. Educate yourself first. Talk to people and understand the basics.
This again. Guess we need to return to Mr. Monolith once we've gotten a better understanding of the whole reality thing. A studious approach. Seems like a good direction. Turn it into science. Just remember, minimum effort. Let things get too brainy, and bang, you're a Beano-Clod. No one wants that.
Come back to me when you've mastered the Elysium.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Let's see. Turn back. Ask the traditionalist if anyone knows how to turn back time return. What's the fucking traditional? Ask the local traditionalist. Okay. Okay, let's conquer. One. Description, Sally's 4 fascist things. Old Renee. Okay, we're talking to Renee. I don't know if we talked to him during this playthrough. Okay. Are you missing?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Shame. I didn't get to ask him how to turn back time. God damn it!
Real shame.
You're not gonna get anything out of this guy. If the old Carabiner knew something, it will be buried with him. No worries, just a small setback. Movere tempore, Kingsman. For the tenacious, no road is impassable. Just got to stay moving.
I didn't speak to Renee before he died to turn back time. Disco Elysium. Okay. Going back, you'll get a random puzzle painted. You don't need to talk to all four of the above, just measure head plus one out. You'll still be none of the people who talk to will give you what you're looking for, which will leave you just confront yourself in the mirror. You can just use either the mirror in your room. When you look in the mirror, you'll be given the endurance that the prison is all shit because your note will suffer. This will change your portrait if you fail to check the endurance. Probably you lose health, but you learn. Do I do this? Okay, measure head. Good. Okay, I need to talk with Joyce. Goddamn cunt. I need to get my reality lowdown. How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Oh, God, I guess we did talk. Guess we did talk to him, but not in time for the reality lowdown, I guess. Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
And yet you played so much with him.
The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
He's an absolute cunt, but goddamn it, he's my cunt! Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Something forgettable, like, see you tomorrow, probably?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
I didn't know he died. I know that, when walking by, I wouldn't see them playing anymore, but not until this playthrough did I know this. Oh my god. Honestly, there's so much to experience in this game that, again, this is hitting me hard. First time experiencing it, this game 3 times through, and I have not experienced it all. Here, something to remember your friends by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Renee looked so happy, and Jenny... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know Renee had the photo.
Old people died, you better get right to. Oh my god, no. I offer my sincere condolence.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Bye for now.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Kim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See, Kim boys.
See, you're so regular and vinyl brown. He doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
No, he's saying clearly, normal, boring. Have you met you by any chance? I like standards.
Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know.
Wait.
I'll send out telefax.
Wait. This will be my coppo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now.
Good, good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
God damn! When did I shoot in his Wheaties? Anything I do is that he doesn't like is normal or boring. Bull fucking shit. Let's see goddamn Joyce again.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no Phasmid.
Okay, that cunt of Joyce. Fuck Joyce. Fuck her. Fuck her hard.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
In other words, you want a better escape route when things go to shit, you cunt.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now.
I wonder
so I decided
why.
to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here.
Oh, you're wanting to assist me now.
Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
So, how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Well, yeah, the RCM actually was there when it happened, right on the scene. You know, we like to keep things... we like to be very hands-on.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West, wherever they pass.
I am conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
Also need convenience. Actually, that's not why I need you to give me the lowdown.
Oh? Then
The blue immensities.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
And gloating over everyone going, hey, I went to Yale. What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
You've got a predatory streak.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
And what is the revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution. with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the Ultras, or Ultra-Liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Oh yeah, that
We.
part.
She's one of them. Of course.
Yeah, cunt. If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The Coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The Liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The Coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The Coalition of Nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The arms center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same...
The anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
That's a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Our lives in the zone of control.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
That
For
sucks.
her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
What side was Wild Pines Group on?
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
They got lucky.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king? What am I saying? Of course you would.
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
I asked you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
You first.
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
She knew that. Again, she was making sure we answered first so she could always come out on top. I need to, you know, go over every answer by assuming because she's a fucking cunt.
The cold runs down your spine. She gestures toward the waters.
Happily.
The wind stops. There is silence on the dark water of the Martinez Inlet.
I will say when she says not far from here, maybe even right here. Because the person who actually committed the murder, he knew he would have died, and so he ran and fled. So, like, I don't know if it's me reading into things too much, which might be the case, but it's definitely forming another connection between Harry and the killer. Tightening those bonds.
A dog barks. A gunshot echoes off the walls of some distant building.
Good. Not that it would have mattered. In the end, the commune forced everyone to the barricades.
Yeah, good. Well, not that it would have mattered because you're not me and I'm the best thing since... That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Okay. I just want to make sure I have enough to talk to Measurehead. Because I do really want to get back to the investigation, though Kimboy is probably like, that's bullshit. Okay, that's how we get out. Riding with my boyfriend down the... If I have to go back and talk more to Joyce, then I fucking will. And I do have to go to the restroom, but I want to get these questions answered first.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I just going my sexy ass down to Measurehead.
Promising race pupil returns. Observe.
Get your...
To comprehend time, you must possess at least a basic understanding of how reality works. The concepts you reach for...
This again. A student, just remember, minimum effort.
Come back to me when you...
Okay.
To comprehend the concept...
This again. A student, just...
To comprehend time, the concept...
Whatever. God damn it.
Just remember.
Come back to me when you've mastered.
Okay, let me see how to fucking do this shit.